Hi guys, it still runs. Actually, I was going to load a log up on this thing. I oiled all this and oiled all that and this kind of stuff, but I couldn't get a bite with the can hook. It was just too rotted. Anyhow, the big reason I came down here was to charge it up. Now I'm going to turn it off now. Oh, I got to put it in neutral. Boom, neutral. Because this thing, as you recall, I ran the battery down. I left the lights on for a couple days up there, drawing off the battery. The battery was dead. It wouldn't start the other day. So I didn't get rid of quite all my solar panels. I kept one here and needs a bath. But it had just enough oomph. Well, I tried it a day or two ago. I mean, I got this battery here and another battery in there, and it still wouldn't go, so I let the sun come out and it got it up to where it's going. Then it was charging a lot. Anyhow, I couldn't dig into this to load it up on there. Of course, like a big dummy, I didn't put this back where it should to load it anyway. And this carriage here, you don't roll by hand. And I oiled up. I throw a lot of oil on those drums and on those, and that keeps the cable lubricated. I oiled the, I have a track oiler right there. Can you see how nice and shiny the track is? That keeps, I don't know, it keeps it from rusting. And I'll tell you what, it makes this mill run so much smoother, or quieter maybe than smoother. Anyhow, we're heading back to the little mill. I was just letting this thing charge up a little bit, and then I'll probably get a big cant hook down here and roll that thing on, because I got some plans for that. We're thinking about kind of quarter sawing it, but I don't know if it's any good anymore. It's running 21 inches here, and just about the same down at the other end. That's with no bark. It's got a little bit of sapwood on it, so I don't know whether it's, and let's see if I measure that. Here's an interesting reason on doing different things. Let's see, we're going 10 inches out from the heart that way, and you got, it's pretty close. Let's see, this way here you got 9 inches, here you got 12 inches. So that heart doesn't go down the center. Can you hear the boom? It's pretty windy today. Can you hear the boom back there? Anyway, so I got some quarter saw talk. There's a storm coming in, so I'm going to go back there and try to get some sawed on the little mill. So we'll be back a little bit at the little mill. Oh, the other reason I didn't bring you guys along is because the tripod's back at the little mill. So we'll see you in a little bit. Back at the little mill. Bye-bye. Hi, guys. Welcome to frickin' Jeep. My name's John, and I'm behind the camera. I'm going to be trying to get that log up on that... on this carriage. I don't know where it's going to go. That should be the fast end. It's a little bit of an angle. I've been wanting to cut this thing for months. Never got around to it. I think I tried maybe, oh, I don't have any of my little things down here. I don't know if it shows on there. I tried with the little can hook and it didn't really do anything. This has got a little bit more beef to it than I thought. It's not quite as round as I was hoping on. Yeah. What did it hang up on? I don't really think it hung up on too much of anything. I do have the big can hook. I might try. See what I can do with this thing. I think I'm opened up enough to get it on there. Let's see what I can do with this one. Catch it down about there. Well, that was a good catch. Well, now I need somebody to hold it there. Woo! It got it up there, but I don't got enough oomph to get it any further, I don't think. The closer I get, the more over center it gets. And right there, it's a happy log. Woo! That big yellow thing seemed to work. Anyhow, now on this thing, that's all I want to do is take 4 slices out and make it a cant, but I only want the face to be about 6 inches at most. If I get a 4-inch face, I'd be happy. But before I go any further, I didn't think that was going to quite go on. I don't know whether that was easy or whether that was hard, but it didn't take too long. Before I do that, I got to get rid of all that stuff. So I'm not going to bring you along for that. I'm not going to bring you along for dogging that beast down. I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4 head blocks. I don't know if that last one's going to catch it or not. These are not movable head blocks, so it is where it's going to be. And is all I want to do is little squares. Now the best thing I can say is go back and look at video. I think it's 10:30, and that's what I'm going to do with this. So you have to go back and look at video 10:30 to see what's going on with this. And I'll probably tell in a little bit anyway. So I'm gonna open this up down here so I can use the rollers, maybe move this cart out of the way. And I got to move the, I can't think what, scaffolding over to hold that. So I'll bring you back in a little bit. You're up on in the cheap seats, or good seats. I don't know which one. So we'll be back in a little bit now. Bye-bye. Well, if I put you here, you can't see nothing. So we'll go down here a little bit. Let's see. I think that's not too bad. I'm only going to take a little bit off of it. I want a flat on it. Small as flat as I can get. Well, I got the smallest flat I can get on there. And I guess now you can pick up my radio playing because there ain't no big Detroit. That's a, maybe it's a bird log. Doesn't that look like a bird's nose? Anyhow, I don't know if that log is worth sawing or even trying to saw. It's kind of checked out and dried out to the point where there ain't much there. Anyway, I am now going to turn it down. And I don't think I'm going to bring you along for that because you guys don't really enjoy that much muscle work. I can, heck, we already got 3 minutes into it. The reason I'm going to turn it down is because I don't think I can roll it over backwards till it's square, so I'm going to try turning it down. So I'll be back after I got it turned down and slid back in. Hopefully it'll go. I don't know, that side's light. I'm going to try messing around with it a little bit and not chew up your time on that. So there's where I'm at. Bye-bye. Hi guys, I got it turned. It really wasn't as much problem as I thought. I turned it back. It's up against the L's or up against the knees or up against whatever you want to call what it's up against. You can't, well, you might be able to see it from here, but I'd take you over there, but just ain't into that today. So I think you'll be able to, I'm trying to watch where the legs go here. I think you'll be able to see it all right there. I got to start the engine, and I think I got it in gear, so it'll probably, blade will take off as soon as I start up. I hope the log doesn't. But you never know. Let's see what we got here.
Ready to take your plumbing career to
Oh, that wasn't too bad. Gotta wait for the blade to stop, put it back in gear. There we go. Well, I didn't think it was going to take too long to turn it down. Maybe faster than the Chewy. Got to get a couple things out of here. But I got a feeling flipping it over now, 180, that might be a bear. This is about a dusty old dry. It should be firewood. I know better than doing what I'm doing now. I know better. But I'm out of control. Yeah, that next turn is probably going to be a bear. Anyhow, I'll put you up here. I'm not going to bring you along for that because you ain't that interested in watching me flip a log. And then it ought to be square. Now, the reason that I'm doing that, or doing what I'm doing, is I'm trying to get a reference to the pith from here to here. See, now I got a perfect straight line from here to here. So what I might have to do is, in fact, I could do it where it's at now. If I bring it up here, measure this, I probably should do it now. Taper to where I get exactly to the center. Okay, that's 9. Can you see that? 8 3/4. See how close I am. If you're just doing it off the whatever you got there, you really don't know what you're measuring off of something. I don't know. It just don't work for me. I forget what was down there. 8 3/4. What was that? 7 3/4. That's 8. So I should really. Okay, I want to get to 8. I should probably do that. See what the. Let's see what we're at here, top side. Let's see. I got a flat down there. We're 6 5/8 that way, and we're 8 that way. Got to do some thinking, calculating my brain, because I'm thinking about kind of quarter sawing this, and I need my head checked. It should be firewood. What did I say that was down? 6 inches, and it's 8 inches. So that pith ain't exactly straight in there, or if it is, we got to zero it up. That was 8 even down here, and it's almost 9 here. I got to do some thinking about this before I go whacking again. I might bring this out 3/4 of an inch. Whew. All right, we'll see you back in a little bit. Bye-bye. Well, guys, after looking at it, that's kind of white wood there, not, it's rotten, basically. And down there it's solid, so I figure while I'm in here, I'm going to try to cut 3/4 of an inch more off of this end here, and hope that I don't cut any off that end. So we're going to put you right here in the middle of things. I don't know if you'll be able to see around me, and hopefully it'll be just about where I want. I want it to just be nicking this end and not touching the other end. So here we go again. Nick it at. Oh heck, I haven't put the dogs down. Oops. You forgot to tell me, Bill. Or maybe you didn't. The back dog's still in because I was running the taper. Let's see where we're at. Got to cut a little more. Got to slick it up a little bit. Because right now I got a banana board. Kind of goes slow when you're shaving it. think that's close enough. Now I'll see what I got. Might get you here. So now I know that is straight. All right, now I got to make some more decisions. Sounds like a jet landing over there. So that edge, this edge here is now straight with the pith. So if I flip it around the other side and make a straight, I think that'll be the way to go. And then I can worry about the top and the bottoms. North and the south, as Mark would say. All right, I'll bring you back when I think it through some more. Bye-bye. Well, here we are. We're down to the last roll of the log. The last roll now it's starting to get balanced front to back, left to right, top to bottom. There goes an eagle. Anyhow, so I'm going to show you, once you get it up to a certain point, which now I know I don't have any of these chocks in the back because they're all up here. I have to make some more. You just run it up with that. That's a Log Right. They don't sponsor me. I bought that thing. It's a couple $100. But it did it. But once you get to a certain point, they kind of go on their own, I hope. Now that was a big boom, baby. Who's the guy that does that? All right. Now, now we got something to key off of. Okay, because we're at the 7 3/4. 7 3/4 to here, because I marked it. See, it's about 7 3/4. I guess you guys can see that. So now I think I want to cut here. You got kind of rot right there, so I want to cut right on that spot right there. I think is where my starting cut's going to be. I can't. So that's 18.5. So I'll pull up here to 18.5, which I'm at 23. 18.5 is going to take a big chunk off the back. Can you see that going in? Sometimes I'm watching what I'm doing. All right, we're at 18.5. We're running on the top marker right here. Those are inches. So that should cut me now at 18.5, which is just, I can't latch onto that. You have to take my word for it. It's just about where I'm just going to be nicking. This is rot right here. Just going to be nicking this. I know better than to be sawing this log. It should be firewood. And all I'm going to do is knock this edge off of it, and clean this mess up, and then I think that's all I'll do. So we know this to the center is right there, about 7. Well, it might go 8 now. Oh well. And we're going, what did I say? I forget. 18.5. So it's going to knock a little bit off of this here, which that'd be a good quarter sawed board there, but that's just the way it is. So I can get some 10-inch quarter sawed boards out of it, and down here they're only going to be about 6 inches. I haven't leveled it up between the top and the bottom yet. I don't know whether I will or not. So that's what I'm going to take off next. So I'll be back in a minute. I got to dog it all down and all that kind of stuff, and then I'll put you over the other side. Dusty log. Trying to find the red button.